It mentions Chapter 2 of the Portuguese Investment Tax Code. It speaks about skilled positions within that context. So are you excluding by definition people who may be relatively unskilled? Some data entry, I'm answering the phone. And so what is the definition? How does one define the skill position within that context? Like you need to have a university degree. How is it defined?
It's not completely clear to me exactly who is going to benefit in terms of the individuals working for it. I'm still hesitant to provide an answer. I'm still not completely sure on how it will work from that standpoint. Obviously, we are going to have elections in March. There is still some portions of this regime that still need further regulation. Some parts of it, even in the absence of further regulation, will work with the prior ordinances that apply to the NHR, but there are still some practicalities to be dealt with. My feeling is if it is typically this sort of investments that we are speaking about are contractual benefits that you will need some sort of state involvement. There will be clarity on that.
Okay. So again, excluding the regions like Madeira and the Azores, which have a great degree of autonomy, you're looking at two levels of approvals. One, for a company, would need to be approved to benefit from this regime. And then the second perhaps would be positions within that company. It's not everyone from top to bottom in this organization is going to benefit. It'll be positions within. So the government will need two level of approvals, whereas previously it was just one, right? It was just the individual, highly skilled or not, right? Is that a fair way of summarizing it?
Yeah, I think it's a fair assessment. Basically, when we're looking at these new regimes, there's always a period of transition where things are still being fine-tuned. In the beginning, the NHR took a long time to be approved. So I remember filing by hand petitions, and they took 1.5 years. The last ones we filed, they were approved from one day to the other. There are still things to be fine-tuned. On the side of the companies, these regimes are working well for a number of years. I don't know if they are attracting in as much investment as they could, but at least they're functioning, and the procedures I think are very well fine-tuned, and that side, the side of the company, is already in motion. In the case of the individuals, I think it will be clear shortly to which the regime will apply. And I think the procedures will ultimately be very also automatic as they were before. At this moment, we have good news and bad news. The good news are we can immediately apply the regime for people that want to incorporate a company and they want to export from that company's services, because we are still using the prior ordinances. In some other cases, we're still waiting for the legislation. That may take a few months, but because we have the experience from the other regime, I think it will work well. And I believe that we will have clarity by the end of the year. Everything will be clear. So I don't think there will be any significant roadblocks in applying the regime. And these sort of investments do take some time and some planning. So there will be clarity.
Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you.